Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a full houseplant tour. Now I've already done 2 houseplant tours already. I would really suggest that you go and watch those 2 first before watching this one, because if you're new to the channel, I pretty much name half of my plants and they've all got little backstories. One thing about me is I try to keep my videos 100% real, so this isn't going to be a picture perfect houseplant tour. In fact, it's my perfectly imperfect houseplant tour. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like, but more importantly, if anything that I talk about in this video really resonates with you, please share that story. Because sometimes if I'm feeling a bit down, reading those comments really helps me, but there could be so many people watching the video who feel the same, and it just gives that kind of relatability that we can all have a safe space where we can just express our frustrations and know that other people are feeling the same. And then, of course, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Cha. Anyway, let's get straight into it. So when I last left you, I didn't have any shelf space in the front room. So I decided to get myself some form of shelving just to get some of these plant pots up off the floor. So let me show you that process. Now I ordered this bookcase off Amazon, and it'd be so complicated. I have not got a clue what's going on. It was taking me forever. Amazon really had me out here thinking I was Bob the Builder, trying to piece this thing together. Oh my god, I'm literally sweating. An hour and a half later, and we're done. Now it's time to try and fit some of my plants on. But before I show you that, let me take you into my bedroom. At first glance, it looks stunning. But as we get a little bit closer, you'll see what I've been battling with. It's taken me 3 weeks to record and edit this video, and this is why. I've been putting off recording this houseplant tour video. Let me explain why. If you haven't already seen, I've done a video where I'm dealing with mealybugs at the moment, specifically in my bedroom. But if I'm being really honest, the collection's gotten so big and I'm really struggling at the moment. If I'm being honest, like probably a lot of people out there, I found winter to be really hard. And the plant started to get into a mess, and I thought it was because of me. It actually wasn't. It's because I have mealybugs, and they are still around even though I've been treating them on a weekly basis. But I have found it incredibly difficult to overcome how I feel. What you guys don't know is I'm actually caring for a loved one on a full-time basis, and this person doesn't actually know that they are ill, and it is really difficult being there for this person, and they don't know that they need the help. And I find myself trying to get the energy to be supportive in this caring role, and trying to live my own life, but then also having my own issues with trying to stay positive. I have all of these plants and they used to really help me and give me energy and give me like a routine and things to do, and I think because I've been battling my own mindset and trying to produce all of this energy to do my role of being a caretaker and to look after myself and do all these amazing things I'm doing as a cloud gardener, that I get home and I get into my bedroom and and it feels like all of these plants are just absorbing all of my life force again and draining my energy, and I've been neglecting them. I haven't been pushing as hard as I should be to keep on top of everything, and it's just so sad that the things that normally bring me such joy are actually taking joy away from me. This is the first time that I've actually vocalized that, which is something. And if you've ever felt the same, please let me know in the comments below, because sometimes I just feel crazy. What I was going to do on this houseplant tour was show you what it looks like and then come back to you in another video with things fixed, but I thought to myself, that's a cop-out, because if I push it back a little bit later, I'm still never going to get on top of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some time today getting on top of things. I'm going to do some pruning, and we're going to come back and then I'm going to show you everything. It would be so easy to have done all of this, made everything look picture perfect for you, shot this amazing houseplant tour video for you and pretend, but I just wanted to use this opportunity just to show you the realities that, you know, you might have this big collection, but sometimes it can be overwhelming, but also just to let other people know that if you're going through something similar, you are not alone. Like, I'm sure there are more people out there who struggle and get overwhelmed with your plants as well. So this video is going out to you guys, and if you're struggling, you will get through it. It's been around about 3 days. I've finally finished the bedroom, and I had to do quite a bit of pruning in the front room as well. That ended up being almost 2 bags full of dead or dying leaves. Insane. Anyway, let me take you on through into my bedroom. A week on, and the plants are just looking amazing. It's been such a long time since I've come into my room and just felt so happy to be in here. Like, I've been editing from here, I've been watching TV again in my own bedroom, and you know, sometimes anxiety is just such a ridiculous thing. It makes you fear things so irrationally, and you know, the fact that I felt so overwhelmed by just how poorly the plants were doing, I'm just so relieved, and I finally feel that I can take you on a houseplant tour and make you smile. So let me take you around my bedroom and show you some of the characters. But for the OGs to the channel, you know that I'm still gonna have some busted plants, so make sure that you stay tuned, because I'll make sure to spill all the tea and show you all of my busted ones as well. So as you can see, Carmen is looking absolutely glorious at the moment, and her leaves are just getting so big. And ever since I pruned her a few days ago, I gave her a really deep watering, and then her leaves started to kind of push outwards, and she's never done that since I've had her. So yeah, she's just looking awesome. There are a couple of leaves that are still a little bit raggedy, but she is producing more and more new growth. Then we've got Scarlet here. She's been really difficult people say, oh, imperial reds, they, can tolerate low light. No, well, she can't. She can't. And that's what all of this damage here is. Now, this Zebrina, there's actually two of them in the pot. This one surprisingly had a baby, which was this one, and he is getting so big now, this one little leaf. But I don't know why. She is not producing any more leaves at all, but just look at how thick the bottom is. So I can tell it's so thick. I can tell that it's ready to have a leaf, but it's been like this for a good 2 months or so. In fact, longer. Since before winter, it's just been this one stem. So I'm hoping that when it gets a bit warmer, it will start to produce some new leaves. And it's the same for this one. And you can tell just along the bottom that it's ready to make a new leaf. It's just not doing it. But it's gorgeous. Look at how glossy it is. And then this plant used to be a hell of a lot thicker. The mealybugs got to this one. I think this is the biggest leaf from this particular alocasia. But having said that, it has just made a new leaf, which is this one here, and it's made babies too. So I had to cut off one of the leaves, but down the bottom there is actually ready to make a new leaf of the stem. So hopefully that will come out. And it's made another baby here, and another one here. So this in time, so glossy, look at that. So in time, this is gonna be an immense pot. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, come on, guys. Don't look at me like that. Like you've never had a propagation that you've forgotten to actually take out of water and put into soil. Cha, what a mess. I'm so sorry, I forgot about you. In all honesty, I really did forget about her. It was only when I rearranged when I rearranged that whole shelf, I was like, oh, but she's so happy. She's actually been there for, I think, around about 4 months. Yeah. Guys, this is Becky. Do you remember Becky from my Monstera video? And this is her very first fenestrated leaf. I'm so happy with this leaf, but she is a mess. She's so big. Ugh. So she needs a little bit of a repot. Let's have a look, actually. Oh, yeah, sorry to look at your knickers, girl, but oh, yeah, she's soon overdue. She's so big and unreasonable. I'm gonna have to get her a moss pole and tie her up a little bit. And then this, unfortunately, this guy, he got demolished by the mealybugs. So you can see just how much I've had to strip him back. And oh wow. Yeah, look, even that top leaf. So this one could probably do with some chopping and propping. Oh wow. Yeah, it's in a really bad state. I'm hoping that it's going to bounce back because it was really gorgeous. But this, my little Raffi, confession time, I never used to like my Raffi. It was just a meh kind of plant. But I swear, over winter, it's done so much growing. The leaves are so much bigger. Now, I have bought another one, and what I'm planning to do is combine the two and make a really big bushy plant, because as you can see at the bottom, it is really, really full, and then it's got some crusty old lead vine going up. So what I want to do is get another one and then put them together and then make it a little bit fuller as it climbs up. I actually don't know the name of this particular philodendron, but it is absolutely awesome. It's the only plant that I've got that absolutely thrives on this side of the bedroom, and it gets extremely low light. Well, I thought it did, but now that I'm looking at it, you can see that it's getting enough sunlight. But yeah, it's just so beautiful, so glossy. This has got to be one of my favorite areas of my bedroom. It's the pink corner, and it's it's just so pretty, and it's the first thing that I see when I wake up in the morning. I'll look out, but I absolutely love them. And do you know who's ventured into this corner? Is Greg. Oh, let me move him out so you can get a better look at him. This plant. So he's had like 6 or 7 different positions. He's hated them all, and I've just come to learn that actually the best place for him is right in front of this window. Since I put him in front of the window, he's stopped dropping leaves, and he actually seems really quite happy, and he's budding all over the place. So goodness knows what he's going to look like in summer. This window can get quite a lot of bright light first thing in the morning, so I've got to be really careful that I don't scorch him. But for the moment in winter, it's the perfect window. I might have to relocate him a little bit later on in the year though. And then this is my tri-star girl. She is droopy like I don't know what. She's so unhappy. She's had spider mites. She's never really recovered from the spider mites, but the leaves are still good. She was back on the back shelf, so I decided to put her closer to the window to see if maybe that would get her leaves to come up a bit. She's heavily watered, you can tell by the yellowing of the leaves, because I thought maybe that was an issue. So it's kind of just a wait and see kind of game and just see what happens with her. But look at this, guys. I managed to keep that calathea from the knot cuts video, and look, she's still going. And this is the begonia that I got in from my last shopping haul video. No way. Oh my gosh, you guys, she's gonna flower. No way. Oh my gosh, look at that. I didn't even realize. And then this one I had to cut back quite a lot, but it's still stunning, this Begonia Rex. And then the pink one is just gorgeous. And then this is a Syngonium. She called it a mojito. I don't think it is a mojito. I think it's a pink splash, just like this one behind. But they're actually 2 different plants. So let me see if I can grab it out. Look at how gorgeous she is. This one is growing in pon. It's the only plant that I have that is growing in pon, and it's because this is how I got it from the swap. It was a free swap. But she is just doing phenomenally. Now the other one is, I think it's in soil. Let me grab it if I can. Massive. Big and bushy. So pretty. I think I could probably do a little bit of pruning and get these leaves off. But it's just stunning. My money tree is so cute. Oh, it's massive. Oh, look at the base of it as well. So cute. You can see all the new growth. So what I try to do is turn it regularly to make sure that it's even, but the new leaves are just so beautiful, so glossy. And as you can see, it's just making tons and tons of new growth everywhere. So the more light that this plant has, the happier it seems to be. Right, let's try and get Bertha out. Come on, Bertha. Oh my gosh, she's so heavy. Oh. Okay. Look at her. Now, ZZs, they absolutely love to be kind of squashed, and this plant is the definition of squashed in and tightly packed. But it's not stopped her whatsoever. In fact, look, she's even making new growth just there. And all of this is new. And just look. It's insane. She's absolutely insane. But then underneath. Right, I think, guys, we should take a look at her root system. Let's see if I can get her out of her pot. Well, I tried to get her out of her pot. No, she was not having it. But yeah, she is stunning. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. So she got spider mites. I'm gutted, but you know, she's still alive. So what I did with her is I changed her around. I put her next to this window solely so that she could actually get some sunlight, and I think that will probably help to fuel her next bit of growth. And because she's so small, I think what I can do is I can get myself another one and I can combine it and make a big bushier plant, because this is just one vine. So yeah, I'm gutted because she did have quite a few beautiful leaves, but the spider mites just wiped her out. I will never get tired of these nanos. They're just absolutely beautiful. I love them. Oh wow, look at all this new growth. That's insane. It's in the tiniest pot as well, so I need to think about repotting her. But there's another one which is just knocked over. We've got a little baby stingray there. It's not doing too well. However, that stem is due a leaf soon, so hopefully it will get a little bit bigger. And then these beautiful things are my coleus that I've been growing since last year. I cut back the dead flowering stems and it's just produced all new growth all the way down. So all of this was bare, and then as you can see, it's just making tons and tons of new growth. This one is going to flower now, and as you can see, the colours on it are just stunning. And even underneath, let's see if we can get underneath. Just gorgeous. And I had this tray scantia, and just let's see how much it's grown since the last video. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I've had this ficus for quite some time. I think I got it for around about £6. If I had my time again, I would have just skipped ahead and bought a brand new one that's taller. But I've settled with this guy, so I'm just letting him do his thing. But recently, he started to just spit out this new growth. I mean, just look at this. These two new leaves, and it looks to me like he's about to make another one. So again, I think what it just needs is quite a bit more sunlight. This is one of those plants that can easily take the sunlight, so it's on this window, and now that the days are getting a little bit longer, he is starting to produce all of this new growth. So you never know, by the end of summer this guy could actually get pretty big. In fact, let me just have a look underneath. Ooh. Oh so sorry. Oh damn. Yeah, okay. Here I am blaming this damn plant. It's dying to be repotted. Oh, okay. So I think I might have to do a repotting episode very, very soon. Um, so be prepared, guys, because you're gonna have to come and do a repotting with me. This area is probably my second favorite part of the bedroom after the pink corner. I love the beautiful fish tank. It needs quite a bit of work. I've just added in some driftwood, and I've also got some duckweed in there that I'm growing, hoping to put out into the balcony pond a little bit later on in the year. And the plan is to put some of the fish from the balcony pond into this fish tank, and that way I've got twice the amount of organic fish fertilizer that I can use across the balcony garden and for these houseplants as well. I've got a golden pothos. It was just a tiny cutting, and I decided to try to root it in the fish tank, and it's actually, over the course of winter, done extremely well. Like, it's crazy. It's super happy in there. And then I've also got this really beautiful alocasia, and it's growing phenomenally well. But I think the biggest story on this side of the bedroom is probably Bruce. I'll put a picture up of Bruce so you can see what he used to look like. And the mealybugs really did him dirty, so I had to strip him all the way back. But in his defense, he has managed to grow this brand new leaf, so I'm super proud of him. But you know, he is on the mend, and I'm pretty confident that by the end of summer this year he is going to be looking awesome, so I can't wait for that. This is one of the worst defenders of mealybugs, but the majority of them are gone. But damn it, just when you think that you've got rid of them, they come back again. So I'm gonna have to spray them. Oh, look at these buggers. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go and respray him. And then I've got my variegated umbrella tree here. I got this from Lidl. It was actually £7.99, I think. No, £11.99. And there are actually, if you go down, there are actually 2 trees in this one pot. The rest of them all had one, so I was like, oh, let me just grab her, because I think that was a mistake, to be honest. And then the alocasia poly, it dropped all of its leaves. The second bulb died, and just in the nick of time, it's just produced this brand new leaf here. So I'm super impressed, and you can see just how beautiful and glossy that is. This one, well, it's on its way out, so that will probably be gone soon, but I don't mind because it's just produced this new leaf. And then I just recently picked this up. How beautiful is this? It's called a Bambino Arrowhead. They're like mini polys. They're just beautiful. I think this was £10. I've got this Ice Gem Calathea. It's actually one of my only Calatheas that are doing well. It gets quite a bit of light from the grow lights, and it just seems to be quite happy. And I've got this black velvet alocasia here. Unfortunately, this leaf was resting in the pot here, and as I watered it, it kind of rotted away the bottom, so that's the damage there. But apart from that, it's doing well, and it seems to be producing some new growth too. This is one of my enjoys. This one was severely affected by the mealybugs. It's doing a lot better now. And then I've got this ivy here. It's just phenomenal. It's growing so fast. It's a beast. This network, it's just it's doing better now. But me and her, we had to tussle because she's so peculiar. She likes the soil moist but not wet. She doesn't like to be dry. She doesn't like to be in the sun. but she doesn't like to be in the shade. So I'm like, sis, what do you want from me? Like, she is a battle. And then this snake plant, I just love it, so cool. And oh, this is another mess. This zebra plant. Look, you can see how many leaves she's dropped. Look at this. Dropped. But this plant I've had to learn, like, you can see the browning here. She has to be in moist soil at all times. The second that soil dries up, she starts to turn like this. She starts to turn brown. So, moral of the story, if you've got one of these, keep the soil moist. And then I have this alocasia here. This one was attacked by spider mites. I've since been able to rescue it. And then we come to the trailing. So the ivy, as you can see with the ivy, I've had to chop it back. Even though I've chopped it, even more of it's dying. I think I'm fighting a losing battle with that, to be honest. The micans, like every 2 seconds she's dropping leaves, but she's continuously pushing out new growth like almost everywhere. So I don't really know what her problem is, but she's gotten so long, and she's still my favorite trailing plant. I just love her, even though she's a mess. So I've got a satin pothos up there. The Brazilian I moved there. I've got my second enjoy there. And this, if you remember at the end of the last bedroom plant tour, this was the one that had the worst mealybugs. So you can see just how much I've had to strip away. Let's just take a step back here. I had to strip it all the way back. But look at all of this new growth that it's made. I mean, it's actually insane. Is that another bug? These nasty ass bugs are going to be the death of me, I swear. Ugh. After getting rid of most of the bugs, you can see just how much growth that these plants are making now. I mean, look. Ugh. Right, I'm going to have to go back and spray because that's going to really upset me. I couldn't let it rest, so I got to spraying. Completely getting rid of these things is tough. The population is down to a manageable level, but I wanted to be real with you and just show you how much work and effort has to go into it when you get an infestation this big. That's the end of the bedroom tour, but let's have a quick word from today's sponsor. Woof, child, all this talking, I need to take a break. Ooh, child, what's this? A Cloud Garden UK mug? Ooh, if any of these were available on cloudgardeneruk.co.uk in my brand new shop. Oh wait, they are. Girl, you have no shame. Okay, that plug was shameless. And guys, the inside is blue. How cool is that? Each one of the mugs, you can pick a different color. Whatever color you pick for the handle will be the same inside too. But you know what, child? It's only £14.99 and it is free delivery as well. And we pretty much ship everywhere, so I'll leave links in the description box below. And you know what? It actually makes a really good cup of tea. Like, I'm shook if to the core. The living room looks absolutely awesome with the new shelving. And the lights around the plant shelf really cap it off. So I had to do quite a bit of pruning on the Syngonium, but it's paid off because the plant itself looks absolutely gorgeous. You can see it's kind of bursting out because it's trying to reach some some light. It didn't like being pushed in. So now it gets the best. It gets dappled sunlight from that way. And at the moment over here, because we are still in winter, we don't get any sun. So in the evenings in winter, the sun is setting over there, so it doesn't really get much light. This whole section doesn't get very much light, and that has been one of the biggest problems. So if you look at the Burley Max at the top here, this woo, she has not been happy. So this is a combination of a lack of watering but also sunlight, so I've had to move her closer to over here to where the grow lights are, and I've changed the direction on the grow light so that it shines on this way, and then you can see now that the plant is moving in the right direction. This is Artemis. She's dropped I think 3 leaves now, but she was the one that every time she made a new leaf she would make a hole in it. But both of these 2 leaves have gotten way bigger, so we'll have to see what she does next. I'm still thinking whether or not to combine her with Apollo, her brother. Let me just grab him. His busted self. That was his original leaf that he came with, and then he's just produced this perfect leaf. He tried to produce one and that failed, and he dropped it. But he's just about to make another one, so I'm thinking to combine the 2 of them together. I don't know, you guys let me know. Then I've got this Gloriosum. This one had some sun damage last year at the end of summer, and it dropped to leaf during winter, and then made this brand new one, which is, for now, absolutely perfect. Just look at it. So beautiful. I love the heart shape. And the thing with these plants is that they're not vines, they're creepers, which means that they grow horizontally, not vertically. It reached the side of the pot, so I didn't know what it was going to do, but it's actually made itself a new growth point here, and so this will be a new leaf. So that will be pretty interesting to see how that goes over summer. Ooh, me and this plant. This is another one that likes a little bit of moist soil, not too moist. I had to learn my lesson. It pushed out this new leaf and it's been doing quite well. And then I've got a new one coming in, and I think there could be another growth point down the bottom there as well. So this will be really interesting to see how this goes. And then this Hoya is doing okay. Still pink at the top, is beautiful. Then this Monstera Pinipinatum, whatever it's called, she has been a complete mess. I've had to take off quite a few leaves, but now she's doing quite well, and she is just growth after growth after growth. The Syngoniums, this is going back to the light, because it's not getting enough light. It has crisped away, so I really should probably move it, but having said that, it's just produced some new leaves, so I'll give it a bit of time just to see what happens. And you guys might remember this satin pothos. I rescued it. I think I got it for £10. Some of the vines are doing really well, producing even more new growth. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new leaves. But because of the low light, this little neon pothos is doing the absolute most. She is loving life. And same with the Melee Gold. It's both of them are really thriving, and surprisingly, so is this Marble Queen. So I got the Marble Queen from Nut Cuts, and it is doing absolutely fantastically well. Can we just take a second to appreciate this silver sword? I mean, child, she is not playing. Look at this. Absolutely awesome. And here's a new leaf. This is the newest leaf. Oh, I am in love. Just look at her. So beautiful. Now, over in this corner, I call this corner Fight Club because child, these plants are fighting to the death. So you may not remember, but this is Lucy. She's my biggest of my elephant ears. She actually, over winter, she died back, I think, to around about 2 leaves. And all of a sudden, quite recently, she's just started to grow exponentially. Now, this leaf here has got, or had, spider mites. And this is the oldest of the leaves anyway, so this is the next one to drop. But she's just managed to produce this brand new leaf. And as you can see, that's another one of her older leaves. But this new leaf is growing like mad. So what she's doing is she's producing these new leaves, and they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Whereas this one she made about a month or so ago, and it's just stayed that same size. This one, she's a mess. This leaf, she squeezed her way into this section and then has just got bigger and bigger and is just pushing everything else out the way. A savage. And here we've got Teddy. So Teddy is my birds of paradise. He's just doing his thing, like he's just producing leaf after leaf. I mean, it's insane. This is the newest leaf. Once again, he's just stunning. And do you remember my Cissus discolor? Well, you know me guys, I can't throw away any of my plants. And you know, she might just look like a little twig, little old Serena, but actually what's happened, guys, you're never going to believe this, she had mealybugs as well, and that was why she had dropped half of her leaves. But if we look a little bit closer, she had started to make new growth, so maybe there's some hope for her yet. I mean, the vine's still green, so I know that she's alive. And this Tradescantia, it's so long. Honestly, pruning this damn plant had me thinking that I was in some field picking cotton. What a mess. YouTube, do not cancel me. I think this is my second longest trailing plant. This alocasia down here, and it's just produced this brand new leaf, but it's also produced another one, and it's the same plant. There's only one. I've never ever seen an alocasia do that before, make 2 new leaves at the same time. And here we've got Shaniqua. And guys, look at this. So I think last time you saw her, she had just made this leaf and it made a fenestration on its own. And so now the next leaf is here. So hopefully that will unfurl soon. This vine, it's the biggest one. It hadn't made any new growth in the 6 months that I had it. It's finally just put out a brand new leaf. And girl, I don't really know where her variegation is. I mean, like, sis is doing me dirty here with this tired little 1 or 2 stripes, but we'll see. Once she darkens and colors up a little bit, hopefully there'll be a little bit more variegation there than what I see now. But you know what, either way, I do not care because she is gorgeous. She's massive. You guys, look at my baby. It's Chad. This plant. So all 4 vines have woken up. So they've left their dormancy, and all 4 vines have produced their first leaf of 2022. He's getting so big now. I really do need to change his pot, but I'm so in love with this plant, man. Oh. And Brett, my philodendron pedatum, he is doing awesome as well. I mean, his leaves are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And he's so tall now. He's actually, so I had to extend the moss pole in, but I couldn't get it further down because he's got some roots growing in there. And he's already, over winter, managed to climb to the top of this one. So I'm gonna have to find another one to add on to this. Guys, it's Chantel. Look, she's produced another new leaf. The only thing I would say is, girl, I don't know what she's playing at. Like, this new leaf has emerged around about 2 weeks ago and she's still not unfurled it. And, you know, the soil is moist. I don't know what her problem is, but I can't wait for that to open up. Once it does, I'll probably put it in the community tab so you guys get to see. How amazing is she? This plant, actually, as long as I keep her watered, she is phenomenal. She's really taken to this space. I wasn't really too keen on her at the beginning, but she's doubled in size since I got her. So yeah, I think she's awesome. Let's take a little look at some of my busted houseplants. Ciao, the nerve of mooncake. So over winter, mooncake and I have not really been getting along. Ciao. Look at all these brown and crispy leaves. She is doing me dirty. She, although she's kind of been dormant, she's not put out any new growth. She has just in the last 2 days put out a new leaf. So let me show you that. So here's the brand new leaf and there's no sign of browning on it yet. So now that I've got her down, hopefully she will start to play ball. And Deanna, my peace lily, she is exactly the same, but she's just huge. Look at how big she's gotten. In fact, some of her leaves are going a little bit yellow down the bottom there, but she is making some new growth. So if we look here, there's a brand new leaf. But yeah, I've been pruning her back quite a bit, but she is just, in fact, look, another new leaf. So she's doing great. But to be honest, having her in this shady part of my front room has actually been doing her a favor. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with her, to be honest. I can't wait till she starts to bloom again because I think it's going to be absolutely tremendous. If you remember the B&Q video, I got this palm and I got it for like £15 because it had browning at the end of the leaves. But you know what? She has really bounced back. She's got so much new growth here. You can tell by the kind of lighter colour green. There are, don't get me wrong, oh yeah, okay, we need to fix some of this. So she still needs a little bit of shaping and oh my gosh. Cha. Right guys, I've just put the flash on. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Cha. Oh. Well, she's decided to make half that plant her home. No wonder it's all bent out of shape. So I've got like a little nature reserve in here. She's wow. She's like bent half the leaves just to make her web. Right guys, do I leave the spider alone or shall I move her? Oh, I swear this could only happen in one of my videos. I cannot even remember what this is. I think it's a Dieffenbachia. But I ended up having to chop her back completely. And she has made a full comeback. Yes, girl. How amazing is that? But she's not the only one. Let me show you another one. But you know, what I would say is, you know, that little leaf there is really cute. Child, I will not let this plant die. I've told you a billion one times. I paid £60 for this plant. No, no, sorry girl. You are going to make it. Yeah. Do you know what? She has produced all of this new growth, and then the heifer had the nerve to go and get spider mites. So all this new growth that she had, child, mess. But I'm not giving up on her. She is going to be beautiful by the end of summer. You watch. Oh, you guys, do you remember my crocodile fan? Oh, wow. Looks more like crocodile shoes. Yeah, it just, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, all right, guys. So you remember my string of disappointment? Well, I decided I was going to try again, and well, you know, I'll let you see how that one went.
Oh, hell no. Oh, child. Oh, what a mess.
But, you know, so I thought, you know, maybe third time lucky, you know, this one is going to be the one that makes it. You know what? I've actually had this plant for about 2 weeks now, and I've not even taken it out of the packaging. I didn't yet, girl. I'm like, look, the second I take it out of that packaging, she's just gonna go. So I was like, let me just leave her in. Look. Okay, guys, if you have any tips on this, string of nonsense, then please just let me know in the comments. I will read everything that you tell me about the string of nonsense, and, you know, I will eventually take her out of her packaging, and I will do exactly what you guys say, and maybe third time lucky.
Goodbye, just give it up.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Well, as per usual, I know this was probably a little bit of a roller coaster of a houseplant tour, but thank you so much for sticking by me, sticking through the tour, and I hope that elements of this houseplant tour kind of resonated with you. Don't give up on your plants, and don't give up on yourself. I hope that you've enjoyed hanging out with me, and hopefully I will see you all again soon. Bye!
I'm so sorry this video took so long to make, but as you can understand, it really hasn't been easy trying to balance everything that's going on in my life, and I didn't just want to create a video where everything is picture perfect and you don't know what's going on, and yeah. Anyway, thank you once again for spending that time with me, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye!